Going to be working on making a spreadsheet which is called the polls. All right. So back in the day, back last year, I had given kids polls on 6th and 7th graders. The overview is, as a student, you will use Google Sheets often. This lesson is to teach you how to make a chart and graph. Your new skills will be make a chart, use borders, making graphs, either vertical bar graph or horizontal bar graph or circle graph or line graph. In your Google Docs, you have a document called Google Sheets Lesson 1 with your name on it. This is the document you'll be using. If you notice, it is right here. Do not hit create. You're not creating a document in this case. Okay? So, I am then going to look at instructions. And you already did number 1. Number 2, on the bottom of your document, you have 5 tabs. They are named, and I will open mine up to show you. They are named. If you don't have tabs, you didn't do it correctly. Video games, cakes, cuisines, favorites, and if you hit this arrow, you'll see the rest, superpowers. So you have 5 tabs. These are tabs. They're also called worksheets. Okay? So, back to our directions. Below is the information that you will need to be placed in each of the worksheets. The Excel spreadsheet information is here. The first one is called video games. So if I go here to video games, underneath where it says video games, I'm going to type in video games. Okay. After I type that in, I hit enter. Now, it should be what's called merge. If it isn't merged, you need to make sure that you have, like this is A2, this is B2. These are cells. You need to make sure those 2 cells are together. And then you click on the merge, which is right here in this top. If you can't see it, you might have to hit more. All right. Now you need to put in the information. Okay. So you take this information that is here and you put it into your document. And to make it a little bit faster, I am going to just copy and paste it. All right. So I've got Xbox One with 11. Xbox 360 with 33, the Wii is 5, PlayStation 4 is 13, PlayStation 9, or 3 is 9, Game Boy is 4, and online computing. Alright, so this is my information that I'm making a chart for. So what I do now is I take that chart, I'm going to highlight this information. That's the information I need. Then I'm going to go up to, and this time I do have to click more, and I'm going to find the icon that looks like a little graph. So I hit Insert Graph. Once I've highlighted it, it has to be highlighted. If it isn't highlighted, it's not going to work. So this is a bar graph. That's what the first one needs to be. It's called a vertical bar graph. You notice they're vertical. They go up and down. This is a pie graph. You're going to use that for the one that's called cakes. And I'll show you how to move those tabs back and forth. Then you have a cuisine is going to be horizontal graph. Then the favorite things, I want you to make a line graph. So you're going to have to go to chart types and hit the line graph. And then for superpowers, you can pick any one you want. The one that I like to use, and if you see on my sample, it looks like this. But since we're doing video games right now, I wanted to come back to here. You didn't need to do what I did, but I wanted to show you that there were all those different graphs. Once you hit insert, you will notice that your picture or your graph is on top of your information. You can make it a little smaller. I don't care if you put it here. I don't care if you put it here, as long as the graph is on this paper. Okay, now I'm done. I'm done with that page. I move on to cakes. I take my information from cakes, which is right here. What kind of cake? So that's my title. And then I write in Star Wars, Mario Brothers, Topsy-Turvy, Normal, and White, Simple White. It goes to the next page. So I put that information in. I do the exact same thing that I did with video games. But the difference is that I'm going to make a bar or a pie graph. And if you notice, if I go to my sheets that are done here, you can see this one has to be, it'll come up. It takes a while for it to come up. This one has to be a bar graph. Cakes has to be a pie graph. Cuisine has to be a horizontal bar graph. Favorite things has to be a line graph. And in superpowers, you can choose, but I picked the speedometers, okay? So that is how we do this document. When you're done, you will then turn it into Google Classroom.